In 3067 BC, a warrior known as the Scorpion King, Dwayne Johnson, led his army on a campaign to conquer the world. After 7 years of fighting, they were defeated and exiled to the desert of Ahmshere. One by one, they died of heat exhaustion, leaving only the Scorpion King. The Scorpion King swears an oath to Anubis, god of the underworld, exchanging his soul for the power to defeat his enemies. Anubis grants his wish, creating an oasis to hide the Scorpion King's pyramid and by giving him his army of jackal-like warriors to conquer Egypt and to exact his revenge. However, once his task is finished, Anubis claims his soul, and the army is returned to the underworld. In 1933, Rick Brendan Fraser and Evelyn O'Connell, Rachel Weisz and son Alex Freddie, both discover and collect the bracelet of Anubis at a pyramid in Egypt, which sets off a trap, causing Rick and Evelyn to narrowly escape the pyramid as it floods with water. Alex encounters 3 looters who flee after the walls start to collapse. Back in London, Alex plays with the bracelet, which locks onto his wrist, showing him visions that lead to Ahmshere. Since it is the year of the Scorpion, Alex has 7 days to reach the oasis, or the bracelet would kill him on the 8th day, the moment the rays of the sun shine on him. At that point, the Scorpion King and his army will also reawaken. Alex is captured by an Egyptian cult who have resurrected Imhotep, to use Imhotep's power to defeat the Scorpion King, which would give him command of the army of Anubis. The cult, led by Baltus Hafezalan Armstrong, the curator of the British Museum, includes a psychopathic warrior named Lokna Adwela Kinua Yagabeshe, and Milane, Patricia Velasquezita, the reincarnation of Imhotep's loving. Rick frees Evelyn before she is sacrificed, and they fight against Imhotep. Meanwhile, Alex is kidnapped and forced to lead the cult with the bracelet as it cannot be removed from his hand. The O'Connells set out to rescue Alex, accompanied by Evelyn's brother, Jonathan, John Hannah, who had gotten his hands on a golden scepter and their old mate-in-arms, the Medjay Ardith Bey Oded Fair. Rick's associate from his past adventures, Izzy Sean Parks, an airship pilot, provides transportation. The O'Connells pursue them with Rick's associate Izzy. Alex secretly leaves clues for his parents, who follow in Izzy's dirigible. Ardith sends a message to a growing army of his fellow Medjay, intended to stop the army of Anubis as it awakens. Imhotep uses the book to restore Ahmsunamon's soul into Mila's body. By doing so, he unwittingly allows Evelyn to unlock the memories of her previous life as Princess Nefertiri, the bracelet's keeper. Rick finds that Evelyn was Nefertiri, daughter of Seti. Nefertiri was the one who discovered Ahmsunamon's affair with Imhotep and warned Seti. Nefertiri and Ankh are rivals to this day. Evelyn was protector of the bracelet of Anubis. Rick is a Medjay trusted to protect Evelyn. Together with their son Alex, who is the path to Ahmshere, they make up the 3 sides of a pyramid. As the 2 groups arrive at the oasis where the Scorpion King's temple lies, at the edge of the oasis, Imhotep realizes that they are being pursued and uses his powers to attack the dirigible. The dirigible eventually crashes into the oasis jungle, and Izzy chooses to stay behind to repair it. The O'Connells, Ardith, Alex, and the cult are eventually attacked by pygmy mummies. Rick retrieves Alex while Ardith kills Lokna. They escape from the pygmies, who kill all of the cult members except for Hafez, Imhotep, and Aang. Rick and Alex race to the pyramid before the sunlight reaches it, saving Alex's life and allowing the bracelet to release his hand. Ahmsunamun, Imhotep, and Hafez then arrive and kill Evelyn before entering the pyramid. Hafez gets the bracelet and unleashes the army of Anubis, which appears in the desert outside of the oasis. Inside the pyramid, Imhotep's powers are stripped from him by Anubis, forcing him to fight the Scorpion King as a mortal. Rick enters the temple as Imhotep summons the Scorpion King, now in the form of a half-human, half-scorpion monster. Imhotep feigns allegiance to the king, who then focuses his wrath on Rick. Jonathan uses the Book of Life to bring back Evelyn, who fights Ankh. While Rick and the king fight, Hafez is caught in the melee and dies. At the same time, Ardith and the remnants of the Medjay army defeat the first wave of Anubis warriors only to discover what they fought was only the vanguard, and now the full force of Anubis' army is bearing down on them. Outnumbered, the Medjay prepare to make their last stand. Meanwhile, Jonathan and Alex steal the book from Ahmsunamun and use it to resurrect Evelyn. Jonathan distracts Ahmsunamon while Alex uses the Book of the Dead to revive his mother, and Evelyn engages in a battle with Ahmsunamun. Rick discovers hieroglyphs explaining that Jonathan's scepter is the mystic spear of Osiris, the only weapon capable of killing the king. Jonathan has been carrying the scepter throughout the journey. Although Jonathan's attempt to throw the spear results in Imhotep catching it and nearly delivering the blow himself. Rick is able to intercept it and stab the Scorpion King himself. He orders him and his army back to the underworld, turning both the Scorpion King and the army of Anubis into sand, seconds before they hit the Medjay lines. As the oasis begins to implode and the pyramid crumbles, Rick and Imhotep cling to the ledge of a pit that leads to the underworld. Rick implores Evelyn to escape, but she risks her life to pull him to safety. Seeing this, Imhotep pleads for Ahmshere to do the same, but she abandons him. Heartbroken, Imhotep lets go and plummets into the underworld. While fleeing, Ahmshere inadvertently falls into a pit of scarabs and dies. The family climbs to the top of the pyramid. Izzy then arrives with the repaired dirigible and rescues the O'Connells just before the oasis and the pyramid are destroyed, though not before Jonathan swipes a diamond. They depart into the sunset, with Ardith saluting them before riding away.